Hi, today we're doing NASA and getting ready to go into the space race stuff. We'll get it more into it Monday. You have some reading to do. You can watch this video if you choose to, and then there will be questions at the end of your reading for you to answer. Okay? I'm just reading today, and they're trying to answer them in class. Should be a lot of fun. Okay? Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to start now. If you pay attention, you might do well. If you don't, who knows, right? It only counts as a test grade. Remember that. This will add up to it, with the others. So, hey, it's up to you whether or not you want to pay attention. It's really quite simple, but you need Van to be quiet in order for people to be able to hear. Oh, no, I've got that on tape, too.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. I said tape. No one uses tape. What am I saying?
Hey, what is this?
It's in the cloud. All right, here we go. If I can see. You have trouble with yours steaming up? All right. The event of October the 4th, 1957. Were a wake-up call for the people of the United States. On that day, the Soviet Union launched a man-made satellite into space. Until that day, the moon was the only thing circling the Earth. It surprised scientists in the United States that the Soviet Union had the technology needed for such a feat. American scientists were not nearly ready to accomplish this mission. Yes.
Does Russia work?
Yeah. Soviet Union, Russia, they have changed the name. They went by USSR, Soviet Union, Russia. Started off as Russia, changed to other things. Now they're back to Russia. So yeah. I know who you're talking about. I'll take if you put down
Union of Soviets.
If you put down Russia instead of the Soviet Union, I will accept that. Yes. Okay? Leaders in Washington, D.C. were worried about more than who was the first to develop technology needed for space travel. Okay? They felt that the Soviet satellite in space offered a direct threat to the safety of the world. They believed that the information that was gathered from the cameras contained in a satellite could be a threat to the security of any country in the world. Okay, so both scientists and government leaders agreed that something needed to be done quickly to put the United States on an equal playing field with the Soviet Union. Because satellites, that is what satellites do. I mean, we now have communication satellites and all things like that, but these were going up. They were equipped with cameras. They were to take, doing tests and things like that. The idea is to put man into space. Okay, that's what we're after right now. But we do have spy satellites. You got China, Russia. They've got satellites goes over us, snapping pictures. We do the same thing to them. That's how you can tell if ground troops are moving in certain countries and things like that. I mean, you can actually get pictures of them via satellite nowadays and can figure it out. So it was a legitimate concern. Okay. After a lot of debate, a plan was set into motion. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the National Aeronautic and Space Act into effect on July 29, 1958. The act establishes the National Aeronautic and Space Administration, also known as NASA. Okay.
How do you spell Eisenhower? Yo, mama. I don't know what you mean.
Eisenhower is Eisenhower. Okay.
Isn't that the name of a cannon too?
It is. It was also Miss Smith's maiden name.
Eisenhower?
She was an Eisenhower before she got married. No kin, I don't think, but
She.
okay. This group was originally made up of 80 workers in 4 different laboratories. It was their jobs to conduct research into space exploration. Okay, exploration. They're looking to explore space. The group would not be connected to the military. Okay, so they would not fall under the Pentagon. The idea that we were not trying to weaponize something that we could use to attack the enemy. This is actually just trying to establish a space program, satellites, man in space. Ultimately, the goal becomes, obviously, to put a man on the moon. Okay?
One small step.
So it would develop the technology needed to bring the United States into the space race. That's the whole idea of starting this. Okay? It is widely accepted that the leader of the space movement in the United States was a German who had left his homeland during World War II. Okay?
What was his name? If you listen, you might say it.
I'm not going to tell you now. I'm going to make you guess. He immigrated to the United States when he realized just what Adolf Hitler had in mind.
Ooh, so that's kind
So go ahead and pass it back to her. I saw you. I mean, you know. There you go. Good. Very good. Well, I will. I will.
Let's go!
Okay.
I don't think he wants to read it.
Bring me the note. Bring me your little note.
Oh, man.
No, I said bring. Bring it to me. All right. All right, here we go. He realized Adolf Hitler, what he had in mind for Germany and the rest of the world. He did not want to, his research that he was doing on rockets and space travel. And remember, this is back in the 40s here now. Okay, late 30s and 40s. This guy's already experimenting with this stuff. But he did not want Hitler to use it for destruction, to turn them into weapons. Okay, so he left Germany because he knew if once Hitler found out about his research that he would not have a choice but to develop these things for the German army. Okay, so he left. Okay, he was accepted into the scientific world of the American scientists, and today he is regarded as the father of the United States space program. Okay? And it was him and his team of scientists became members of NASA in a very early stage of the program.
Damn. It's your fault, man. Dude, it's not funny.
Okay?
Are you going to whisper it to the camera?
No, she'll have it in her reading. She'll have this at home. She can read it and find the answers.
You can slow mo weed, you know that, right? Good job. Oh, this was mine.
All right. The first program created by NASA was the Mercury program. Okay. Mercury was a one-man spacecraft. Then they go to Gemini. Gemini is the twins, 2-man. And then the Apollo series, which Apollo is the one that carries 3 people, and they end up going to the moon. That's the Apollo series. Okay? So the first program created by NASA was the Mercury program. It began in 1958. These first attempts at space flights were designed to see if man could even survive in space. Military personnel were asked to help civilian scientists in researching possibilities of space travel. Experimental aircraft were developed from planes. Test pilots for these aircraft were recruited from the Air Force, the Navy, and civilian life. Okay? So, the Mercury program reached its goal of sending a man into space on May the 5th, 1961. Alan Shepard piloted the Freedom 7 on a 15-minute flight out into the atmosphere. It was a short hop, but it opened the door for NASA in the future of space travel. So the first man that we sent up, 15 minutes. It goes pretty basically up, goes out of Earth's atmosphere into outer space,
15 minutes.
comes back down.
I would not like to make
But it was the beginning. You had to start somewhere. Okay? Hey, you think back. No, well, one other guy has done this. Anybody know what his name was?
Louis Armstrong. Okay. Oh, the.
Anybody with any intelligence got a guess?
It's Buzz something, Buzz
You know,
something.
no, it starts with Y.
His last name starts with a Y, I'm pretty sure.
He's a Russian guy.
Yeah.
Russia.
Donkey King shut just.
Russia.
And everything we start with the Y, it starts with the J. This is pronounced as Jokic.
Oh my god.
So nice try.
Let's see.
I was going to tell him, but I don't think I will now because you got one person that is just being, well, banned.
Dude, you literally.
You got one person being, well, banned. I see.
Should have gotten the political one.
All right, so NASA now works with a budget of more than $19 billion.
That's a lot of sodium.
That's a lot of stuff.
We're not putting that.
Hey, 19 billion, they could almost buy a gallon of rocket fuel. Prices have gone up. See, that's a joke, okay. The research conducted by, you please laugh, and then email me to let me know that you laughed at that, okay? It's worth bonus points for you. The research conducted by NASA had led to many innovations now used in everyday space. We talked about these when we got to astronomy, a lot of the stuff that was developed for space that we use every day now, which I'm sure you all have committed to memory.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the technology that people enjoy today started with the idea of space travel for NASA. Okay? Anyway, the father of today's space program was a German fella that left Germany during World War II.
A German fella.
Now you
I got to stretch this out for a long time.
A German
Goodness. Okay? Yeah.
And his name
Yeah,
was
German fella.
Oh, dang, you did.
And his name is a German name.
Oh my God!
This is so lovely.
I'm not going to put you through this. I'm going to let you go. Although I feel you would probably enjoy this. The torture of your team, but they are one of you, or you're one of them. So I'm not going to make you sit and watch the torture going on. Okay? Bye.